I have been asked to talk about commitment to fundraising as a treasurer, CFO in the church. My work in treasury included serving in 2 academies, 2 conferences, and 2 unions before coming to the North America Division. In each of these locations, fundraising was a must. In the academies, in addition to funds received from the student charges, outside student labor, and the conference, there was little other funding. Therefore, fundraising for student scholarships and for specific projects was ongoing. While serving in the conferences, I recall several large projects. In one conference, it was a new office building and a nursing home at the Academy for Ministry and Student Labor. In the other conference, it was rebuilding the academy and improvements at the camp, plus clearing a huge debt. In those locations, fundraising was ever on the itinerary and minds of the administration. After arriving at my first union assignment, the projects were a new office building and the college debt. I do not recall anywhere that there was enough money to fulfill all of the needs. Unions do not do fundraising, but their colleges do, and they are involved. For example, over those 12 years, the college cleared its debt with hard work by many, many people and much help from the union. Early in that process, Lilia Wagner, now of NADPSI, was on staff as the development director. It was Lilia that had to come up with a comprehensive plan to start the ball rolling on clearing the debt. So having a strategy is extremely important. Unfortunately, over the years, I have noted the diminished work of the stewardship department. When I started in Treasury, that department was very active. At some point, the emphasis for stewardship diminished until now there are not many full-time stewardship directors throughout the division. It has been mostly combined with another department. So we are not placing before the people importance of tithe and offerings on a consistent basis. The planned giving and trust services departments do not seem as active as they once were, and again, other work has been assigned to that department. In the NAD, in recent memory, we have been fortunate in that we have only had several tithe losses centered around 2008 to 2010. However, since that time, the percent gain has been very small, thus hindering progress. The mission giving has been flat for many years. However, project giving with members in NAD has been strong, especially in overseas projects. It appears to be time to get back to the basics, as there is fundraising going on in our division by outside divisions as well as independent ministries. There are various bright spots in the division that one can find. Fundraising with a message needs to be revitalized in each conference from the spiritual side as well as the felt need side of the ministry. Among the bright spots in helping increase giving has been the philanthropic service for institutions of the North America Division. It has been in existence for some years. I first became acquainted with the organization when in the Mid-America Union and its involvement in the Academy program. A program was developed in that PSI and union funding were provided to help hire a fundraiser in the Academy level. The program was a success in that several Academy directors were able to raise up to 3 times their salary. A real interest has been rekindled in the current gifts and how to best raise them. Pastors who are the frontline supporters of giving are being encouraged to preach stewardship on more of a consistent basis to promote the spiritual giving to the members with tithes and offerings. Perhaps prayer meetings with a study from the book Counsels on Stewardship would be a help. There are a number of examples of stewardship sermons being given and members being touched by the message and returning large sums of back tithe. In my opinion, as the North America Division continues to grow and become more of a strong division in the world, all methods will need to be used. They include planned giving and trust services for deferred gifts, philanthropic services to help members with current gifts, stewardship directors back into the system, and pastors with these resources helping the members with their stewardship of the Lord's resources, both short and long term. Perhaps there are other methods not thought of as yet. Yes, I believe in fundraising, and it is the backbone of continued spreading of the gospel in the world. Also, it helps in the spiritual condition of the members, as is found in Luke 12:34. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.